Hello everyone and welcome back to Strange Wonders. As always, I'm your host Mr.G. In today's episode, we'll be discussing some of the noisiest bugs in the animal kingdom. Cicadas. Superfamily Cicadae. Anyway, these guys are a part of the true bugs. You see, while most people use bug as a synonym for all arthropods, biologically speaking, a bug is only supposed to refer to arthropods with one pair of wings and needle-like fangs. Anyway, cicadas live all around the world, except, of course, in Antarctica, because, Antarctica's always the exception. Well, that and Australia most of the time. Anyway, cicadas have a fluid-based diet, sucking liquids out of tree branches. But these guys, the thing they're most famous for is their loud chirping noises made during the evenings that, much like crickets, is made in order to find mates. You know, bugs really impress me sometimes with how they're able to pick out a single sound out from this massive wave of noise. Maybe there's something we don't know, but who knows. Now, cicadas are also famous for their interesting growth cycles. See, in some species, the individuals, they live for 17 years, but they don't pupate until, the last months of their life. So they spend 17 years underground, and then they burst out of the ground in their adult forms where they live until they die. Yeah. I'm sorry that bug videos are so short. It's just that a lot of bugs aren't very interesting animals. So, yeah, sorry. Alright, this card is mostly fine, except for one thing. And it's that on the back it calls a periodical cicadas a species when they're actually a genus. That is an incredibly minor thing, but hey, whatever. Half a point. 9.5 out of 10. Now, believe it or not, cicadas have had a pretty long relationship with humans, going back pretty far. For example, in Greek mythology, cicadas were the symbols of the dawn goddess Eos due to the fact that the first cicada was her lover, who was blessed with immortality but not eternal youth. So he ended up shriveling until he shriveled into a cicada. Surprisingly, that's actually not a bad ending by Greek mythology standards. Anyway, because of their cyclical emerging, cicadas are often seen as symbols of rebirth in China, and in Japan, cicadas are seen as a sign of summer arriving, and cicadas also show up in a lot of ancient art. I guess there's just something about a creature that only appears every decade or so that really gets the human mind pondering, isn't there? In the modern age, cicadas are eaten as food and are generally not seen as pests since they're pretty harmless to trees unless there's too many of them on one tree. Although cicadas can cause headaches if you listen to them long enough and you have sensitive hearing, so watch out. Oh yeah, also cicadas were the logo and namesake of one of the greatest internet mysteries, Cicada 3301, which was some sort of very hard to win game, but I'm still not sure if they'd ever found out what the point of it was. If it ever does found out, I will not find out what it is because I just want to keep this thing mysterious. I just like things being mysterious sometimes, you know? Like I like reading books from the 90s about space since it always talks about it in such a mysterious way. In fact, sometimes I don't like the fact we know so much about space nowadays. I get it, March of Progress and stuff, but sometimes I do genuinely miss the days when space is more mysterious. Oh well. Well, that's all for this episode. I know for a fact one of you guys watching absolutely hates these things, so this video is dedicated to you. You know who you are. Anyway, join us next time when we got a very special guest star. So, bye.